Yeah, live and direct. Yeah, what's happening, y'all? I really don't expect nobody to be up this early in the morning. It is 5:30 where I'm at my time. Glad I got my phone on me. Um, yeah, see if I can scoot these in here a little closer. Um, yeah, thank you for joining me. I'm your host, AM. Um, or Aaron is my full name. If you ever see me on the streets, uh, I'm very approachable. Holla when you hear me. Um, my name is Aaron. Um, Feel free to introduce yourself and say hi. And it's all love, man. I'd love to meet you if I ever run into you. I've met a few people like that. Met Chris from Journos, Comics and Pop Culture, and I met Kenny from Comics News Network um, in person like that. Two great guys, two great channels as well. Make sure you check those guys out. Which segue to me. Don't trip. I do have another name change. I actually had two, to be totally honest. I actually was at my LCS earlier today. Shout out to Kevin, Boys of Summer. Hope you're checking out the channel. This is actually talking about him. Told him he asked what the name of my channel. He had bumped into Chris from Journos, and he had asked about my channel, and I told him I just changed it to Comic Safari, but it was, formerly Vital Comics. And he said, I told him my reasoning for changing, and he said he didn't see nothing wrong with it in the first place. And whenever OG says something like that, I'm OG, I'm 45, 46 in October, just a minute here. And I'm smart. I always listen to those that's older and a bit wiser than me. And I just kind of thought, maybe he's right. So I kind of, for a few hours earlier, after I left the shop, I changed it back to Vital Comics. But then I'll tell you my reason for changing real quick here. I changed it because I'm really in the like branding and marketing and advertising. I was in music recording. I was a recording artist, rapper, producer, singer, songwriter, all that good stuff for a while now. And I also did, executive produced a lot of projects and oversaw the creation of a lot of projects as far as graphics and ideas and concepts and are concerned. So I'm always got a logo and a branding type of mindset whenever I'm creating a business entity. Whether it be music publishing or production or films or book publishing or whatever, I'm always thinking about what's the logo going to look like for it, or what font can we use for the graphics, or just I'm always thinking ahead like that as far as marketing, advertising, and branding. So what I'm thinking, because ultimately, sorry, take a sip of. Shout out to Big Joe. Um, Ultimately, in a perfect world, the plan is to um, own a physical comic store. I would love that. I mean, that would be a perfect world, like Comic Book Man, and those little shows like that. Um, but until then, I do want to give the e-store a try. I do have an e-store as far as eBay is concerned, and Facebook and stuff too. But um, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I just wanted to use something that was a little more catchy. Comic Safari was cool. I mean, but I think I just wanted to change from Vital Comics, but I wanted to, go with Comics Most Wanted because it's catchy, and that's what I'm about these days as far as collecting is concerned. There was a point where um, I was getting back into collecting, and I just wanted to collect, you know, bronze keys, or early bronze keys, and late silver keys, stuff like that. I just wanted to go. I didn't want to be in the current loop. I just kind of want to. And my close childhood friend John, who I did a little show with earlier. It's on here. We're gonna start a little series, little vidcast series called Comic Book Convo. John, he doesn't collect anything current. He just buys what he wants to get, old school on eBay. Um, and that's cool and nothing wrong with that. But me, I've always been a collector at heart. Like I went out and bought Amazing Spider-Man 300 when it came out. I had X Factor 5 and 6 when it came out. I had you know those type of keys, and I feel like now we're living that all over again. It's a thrill, you know what I mean? Every new comic book day every week. I love that, man. That's just awesome. I mean, being in the current loop with all these great artists out, like Martina and Delato and Hughes and Art Germ and Joshua Middleton. Um, and these writers like Donny Cates and Tom King and Dan Elliott or Dan Slott and it's it's a good time to be a comic collector, especially with the culture, cosplay and all the conventions everywhere now. I mean, it's big. It's a big business. It's $1 billion business. Funko Pops, it's it's awesome, to put it mildly. So yeah, I was saying all that to say, yeah, Comics Most Wanted. We're gonna stay in the loop more often. At least that's what this channel is going to be doing. I'm going to focus a lot more on staying current because stuff like like case in point, these two I got showcasing right here. These are two Middleton variants of this is Aquaman and Jabberjaw #1, and this is Action Comics 1000 Middleton variants. This in a 9.8 goes for over $100, I believe. Now I gotta get this worked on a little bit. Some slight blemish I didn't receive when I bought. And this goes for around 20 bucks there. Milton's a real hot artist, and raw. That's what this goes for. 9.8, CTC goes for over 100 in this. But yeah. So yeah, that's it. No more changes. I could work with Brandon in making something out of that. Comics Most Wanted. Um, I could actually do something with that. Might have to play off the Compton's Most Wanted logo to CMW. Comics Most Wanted. Might do that actually. But shout out to anybody out there who does graphics. I love graphics. If you do graphics, you're a friend of me. Holla at your boy. I got ideas. I'm more fluent at engineering and producing rather than actually not engineering. I'm actually more of a brainstormer and idea maker. But anyway, on with the haul. So Comics Most Wanted, it is everything. On Instagram, on I don't have a Twitter, so just Instagram and Gmail and YouTube now. So Yes, sir. Here we go. Stopped by my LCS earlier. Got my saver. Finally. Uh, Thanks for holding. I had him holding for a minute, as you can see, because it's kind of older. Um, Beautiful cover though, man. This girl is awesome, man. She is, it's her style. I love it. Wonder Woman 50 by Jenny Friesen. I mean, wow. I mean, she really hit home on this one. That's some old Regal shit right there. Yeah. Okay. We'll keep the party going here. Go ahead. I'm gonna hit you with Jenny Friesen, Wonder Woman number 51. Crazy cover. Oh, you gotta love an all black cover off top. And then, with the blindfold and scales of justice, it's very conceptually sound, let's say. Sick with it. And then if that wasn't enough already, then they're gonna go ahead and hit you with double whammy. See, that's what I'm talking about. Times like this is it's good stuff, and this is for cover price. I mean, sometimes books are for damn near $5 a piece, and that's kind of crazy in itself, especially coming from a guy who can remembers buying comics for 60 cents. That's how much they were when I started collecting. But Wonder Woman number 51, the Art Germ variant. Now, before this came out, I was on the lookout. This is just, you can actually see her breath in the snow, man. That's berserk, man. How you do that? That's sick, man. What's wrong with him? Like I said, that's good enough. That's sick with it enough. And then our germ is gonna come behind her and just Stanley Lau. Wow. That's what you gotta say on that. Yeah. Stanley Lau. Wow. And then I went ahead and got Venom number 1. Second printing. Yo, Comics News Network, my man, what's happening, brother? Yeah, man. Shout out to my dude, man, Comics News Network. I was just speaking about him earlier. We was just messaging each other back and forth the other night. I'm gonna let him go ahead and introduce what he's gonna do, but we got something big in the making coming up. So y'all make sure you stay tuned for that. But make sure you tune in and subscribe to Comic News Network. He is one of the people that keeps me in the loop, which was what I was speaking about earlier. And I'm gonna actually shout out in a second here. Actually, the people that I personally, now this is in no way singling these people out, like these are the only people I go to and they gods, but these are the people I actually refer to specifically to aid in my comic book hunt. So I'm gonna shout out those. I think it's about 5 channels I go back and forth with to keep me in the loop. Yeah. So let's see here. Oh, speaking of which, one will be Jim Comics, JIM Comics. I think he's Canadian, if I'm not sure. I never spoke to him or messaged him or nothing like that, but I do watch him on the regular. Excuse me. I always keep him in the loop because he's very informative as far as upcoming news, future news, and he's really on point with his specs. That's the word I'm looking for. He's a big spec guy. So according to him, these have a lower print run, and I'm not really big on second printings, but Venom is so hot, and I would have passed it up, but I don't know. The cover was badass. I guess this is Noah. I'm not sure. Um, but I guess this might be the first cover appearance or something like that. So yeah, um, I got this one, and then I went ahead and grabbed the second printing of number 2. This is actually still the last page. I made it into the cover, which is cool. Like I said, I'm not really big. I got it in the on the premise that they're low um, low print distribution run, and sometimes the subsequent printings, are worth more. Take for instance the first Doomsday appearance, Superman. I forget, is that 8? Superman 8, something like that. 5, something. I forget which number, but it's. I think the third or the fourth, one of those printings is worth as much as the first, if not more. There's a couple of books out there. It's like that. Okay, so um, I was happy to get this. I didn't realize this was a lot. I just actually picked this up. This wasn't in my saver. I just walked over to the counter and grabbed it, and I actually chose from 3 because I'm real OCD-ish with my choosing and picking of comics that are in the multiples. I'll pick them. Look for flaws in each one. If it's 3 or 4, I'm not just grabbing any one of them. I'm picking up all 5 copies and inspecting each one to see which one is the best out of the lot. And then I'll grab it. Of course, beggars can't be choosy if that's the only one left, or I got to put it in my saver or something, and there's nothing out there to swap out. But I was so happy to grab this when I found out how hot it is. Another uh, channel I follow is, oh my gosh, what is the name of this channel? Don't tell me. Oh man, come on now. I was just, oh, it's on right now. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, look, I'm watching myself. Okay, there we go. So, Comic Tom 101. Comic Tom 101. Okay, that's Tom Garcia. I watch his channel on the regular. And they do a series called basically it's top 10 for hot books every week, and this made it on the list already. So um, Aquaman number 39, Joshua Middleton cover. I would have got another one had I known how hot it was. I didn't find out till after I got home and seen the video on it. But bought it for cover price, but the book is already going for I think he said 15, 20 bucks. So yeah, I'm gonna grab another one tomorrow if I can. If I can. Yeah, I was real happy to grab this. Just off the strength of how beautiful it is. It's a beautiful cover. I didn't get Batgirl 25 like I had planned to. I didn't see it. I was kind of in a hurry, and honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know if I would have got it. I don't like getting stuff when everybody own it. I don't know. I mean, if I like my man Tavis say from Saddle City Comics, which is another channel I frequent that helps me out a lot. That's one of them. Um, but like he says, I'll know when I get my hands on it. You know what I mean? See how it feels in my hands. What it look like, and take it from there. Because I don't know. It is absolutely beautiful. It's marvelous. I don't know. Everybody kind of got on. I didn't know nothing about this, so and I would have grabbed it anyway because this is just beautiful. But this is the one that seems to be shooting up. And I got this. This took almost 2 weeks, I think upwards of 12 days to get here. And I was so mad at myself. Yeah, go ahead and chalk it up and say I did it. I'm heavy-handed, you know what I'm saying? And he sent it to me stupid. With I believe in boxes. I got some Gemini sitting right here. You know what I mean? I believe in if you're gonna ship comics, that's what they should be in. Not that I'm an authority on shipping. I've yet to ship anything, but that's when I do. That's why they're sitting there. It's because that's what I prefer my books be shipped and I do my shipping in. But it was the little oversized cardboard, and he had it in a little flimsy mailer thingy. And when I cut it open, I kind of like tried to peel it open, and then forgot for a second I was handling a delicate comic and just tried to rip open the bag. And when I did that, the board, because I'm, like I said, heavy-handed, I bent the cardboard. First, I didn't think I affected the comic, but I kind of like thought there was no way I couldn't have. And then I seen that I probably did because there's a bend right there. And then come to find out that it was already now I don't know. It looks like it got blended somehow in shipping. It doesn't look like a color broke. But I'm gonna have to get that pressed too. But X-Men number 4. Oops. X-Men number 4. First appearance of Mega Red. Really happy to get this. Actually passed on it for $10 at A1 Comics and regretted it. It was in their key appearances, for a deal bid, whatever. So they had this in there for $10. Nice copy. Passed on it. Kind of regretted it. Went back a few days later. Tried to get it. It wasn't there. Shucks, right? Good old eBay. Hopped on eBay a little while later, and wound up finding it. I got this for $7. Actually, it was for 8. I think I was asking, and I talked him down $1. Got it for 9. Yeah, thanks, brother. I was kind of pissed. Like I said, I'm pissed though because, like I said, it got damaged in shipping. It got blunted a little bit. Lucky thing it didn't break color. And then my clumsy self, bent it. So I'm gonna have to get this pressed. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna send some stuff in there to get pressed anyway. So I just gotta add this to the list now. Sorry. As well as this too. Like I said, this is a little flawed. I didn't realize that when I got it. So I might send this in there too, because 9.8 of this is going for over 100. And I know you like the sound of that, guys. So let's talk turkey for a minute and remind you guys once again, that is the premise of this here channel, is to keep us in the loop. This will aid you in what's coming up. If you don't get it, grab it, because in the back, starting from this one, okay, starting from page 38, something that starts called Direct Currents, Books to Watch, and it brings you a summary and a listing of all their titles. and you know what to look out for when they're coming out. It doesn't seem to give you a cutoff date like or order date like Marvel does, so I doesn't know how that works. I guess you would have to talk to um your your LCS owner. I talk to mine on with my DC. I just tell him what I want. He marks it down. Uh, um, this is the. I don't know if I showed this last time. I'm gonna show it again because, like I said, it's detrimental to what you got going on. Um, this is issue 13, August for October. These are the books that are coming out in October. And once again, in the back, it has the comic book section, final order cutoff, and the on sale date. So final order cutoff for let's see, what is this? Well, we're in August. Well, I'm just looking at this right here for September 10th, and then it's on sale a few weeks later, October 3rd. So you ordering stuff, and that's good for the ordering. But it's like, well, that's good. To know how to order, but what do I order? Well, that's what all this before. That's what all the meat of this is for. You know what I mean? Marvel's good. It's like this. Okay, this is Venom number 7. I know that you got the Venom, that new title coming out with him and my man Comics News Network was telling me about it the other night. Venom, it's a one shot, I believe, with the first appearance of that guy, a Tektar or what have you. Man, I don't know about the inside art, but the cover, whoever did the cover sucks. Stuff like that makes me not want to buy. I mean, like I said, I like the guy who draws Venom now. I love his art. He's tight. I think it's Ryan Stegman. But this dude right here, like you could tell this right here. Like if you ain't on the lookout for that, if you ain't ordering that, you ain't on the ball. Okay. You could already tell that cover don't go. You know what I'm saying? I could see that. That's damn near iconic already. I could see that on a T-shirt, poster, whatever. That's just berserk, dude. You know what I mean? That's sick. Speaking of which, let me get off here in a second. Tom Hardy's dope. I just got done watching Upgrade earlier. He's dope. Acting wise, he probably do a great job. He's just not buff. Eddie Brock's supposed to be buff, so he's like thinking, who could have played him? You know what I mean? I'm thinking physique wise. Physique wise. Now, it took me a while to think about it, but man, John Cena. See, Eddie Brock's supposed to look like he do, he's pumped, you know what I mean? Well, he do dinner, steroid junkie or something, he's supposed to be yoked. And John Cena is the perfect dude to play Eddie Brock. And my boy was like, he can't act. And I'm like, shit, nobody can act. Rock ain't really act. Dave Bautista can't really act. That's why you get a good supporting actor. You know what I mean? It's the sidekick, you make that person a star, you know what I mean? Or, very, very, very supporting character, you know what I mean? But yeah, John Cena would have been perfect. But whatever. But yeah, be up on this. Be up on this. Be up on this. Okay? Free previews. This will tell you what to do. This will tell you what to get, as well as the image. I'm never really too fluent with this. I guess I would suppose it does the exact same thing. I've always taken this to be more showcasing artists and stuff more of a book checklist. Although it does have a checklist at the back. So, you know, do your research. Make sure what you get is hot and is staying hot. You know what I'm saying? You know, get another one of these if you can. Pick this up. This is a hot book. Wherever you can find it. Like I said, Joshua Middleton, he's doing his thing right now. Middleton. You know what Batgirl 23 did. You know what Batgirl 20 did. That's another hot one. There's something else he did. Batgirl 25, which is out, is real. That's a beautiful cover. There's one more Middleton that's real hot. I forget what it is. Well, anyway, Batgirl 23, that's hot enough. But down there, well, it's definitely in the $50, $60 range. Somewhere around there. It's big. It's a big book. You know? So, yeah, thanks for joining me. Comics News Network, man. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Oh, thanks for all your support, brother. It's great talking to you the other night, man. Yeah, get at me. I'll holler at you next time I'm out there, man. So we go out there and go hunting. Y'all, all my best. Each one, teach one. Tell your friends about me. All my best, you guys, and hunting them down. Be smart about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you. It's an addiction. You know what I mean? I love collecting. That's another reason that the name change is fitting. It goes along with the brand because it is Comics Most Wanted. You know what I mean? Everybody's on the hunt for what that's what I'm trying to showcase is these hot books like this here and Omega Red's coming out. You know, that's the stuff I'm trying to go for instead of getting filler stuff and runs and stuff. Like even certain artist runs, like case in point, the Jenny Friesen Wonder Womans. You know, as beautiful as they are. I'm probably going to stop that soon, like I stopped the Harley Quinn Frank Cho run. You know, it's just nothing wrong with them. Art's still as great as it ever was. You know what I mean? Just as good, if not better. It's just, I don't know. I'd rather, because not every one of those is hot. And I'd rather play the spec game. I love playing the spec game. You know what I mean? I'm going to call a spade and just, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with flipping. I'm not a flipper. I've never sold a comic book. But if I could flip, would I flip? Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't think I would make it my goal to primarily flip comic books, but every now and then, if I, get a chance to even buy triple copies or something, and I kind of figure I could make a few bucks on the side by selling it on my Instagram or your eBay account. If that's considered flipping, well, fuck yeah, I guess I'm a flipper. Flipper like the dolphin in the TV show, motherfucker. Shit. I mean, if that's a thing now, I mean, I guess guy at my CS, not my LCS, but I don't know if he's trying to throw shade or something, trying to refer to me as a flipper. If that's, first of all, it's wrong to assume somebody is anything. If a smart person should never assume anybody's anything. That's how you get your face slapped off, or your feelings hurt, or something like that. You know what I mean? Because you should always expect the unexpected. You know what I mean? Especially when you don't know somebody, you truly don't know what's going on. So anyway, I mean, I ain't stupid, So I figure he was trying to throw shade and basically in so many, words in a roundabout way, trying to insinuate that I was a flipper. And which I didn't really take offense at the time because it wouldn't hurt my phone because I ain't no fucking flipper. You know what I mean? I was basically thinking, well, he couldn't be talking about me because I don't know the first thing about it really because I ain't never done it. But like I said, after coming home later that evening and reflecting on the situation, I kind of thought that maybe he had been. But I mean, if that's your thing, and if that's what they deem flipping, then man, fuck, flip away, fuck it. You know what I mean? Flippity flip like flapjacks, like you tossing pizza dough. Flip the fuck out of it. You know what I mean? I don't see nothing wrong with it. Matter of fact, I think it's smart. Shit, why the fuck would you not? And what kind of sorry sad sack would hate on that if you was not smart enough or not brave enough or uh, not uh, not eager enough, not you ain't got the hustler instinct in you, or you ain't got the know-how or the power to simply grab an extra one or two than the one you was especially if nobody's gonna say nothing. Um, Now, is there instances where if you clean out, wipe the comic shop out, will that make a comic store owner look bad? Well, yeah, if he doesn't have any more in the back, or he ain't got none coming in the next shipment or anything like that, because if the book is hot, then people after you is going to come in, they're going to be looking for that book, and if he ain't got it, sometimes you only get one chance to make a first impression. If he ain't got it, they're not going to come back to him because they're going to figure he's whatever. I mean, he want to stay stocked. You know what I mean? So if you clear out his whole stock, as soon as he get them, you buying 17 or 11 copies, I would say maximum 3 is cool. You know what I mean? Because you can get maximum 3 from a few different places and make out like a bandit if you really get on your hustle and do your footwork. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you ain't got to buy 7 copies from this guy right here. You know what I mean? Um, But if you wasn't smart enough to, grab more than one copy, when you had the chance and you mad at the next guy for going ahead and grabbing, however many he grabbed, that's his business. That ain't your business. You had a chance. You had the same chance he did. You know what I mean? You didn't even grab multiples. That's on you. So you sit back and you hush. Okay. Now, that's how I feel about the flipping situation. There's no such thing. Flippers are uh, smart. I mean, man, I don't even want to call them hustlers, and then degrade like that. I mean, who wouldn't? You know, I say they damage the culture, what have you. I don't see. They're selling comic books by the thousands. Like I said, if you've been smart enough to get it while the getting was good, then that's on you. That's your problem. Don't fault the next man. Shit, I'm glad there's flippers. Without flippers, shoot, I wouldn't be able to go on eBay and go grab Thor #6. You know what I mean? Because it's so damn hot. You know what I mean? Or go grab that Batgirl 23 because it's so damn hot, or that Thanos 13 because it's so damn hot. Okay. So, um, I was saying all that to say I don't see nothing wrong with it. Um, Whatever you do it good. Um, yeah, shoot, I was trying to bring back my train of thought before I went off on the tangent. Um, but yeah, it's a great time right now collecting comic books, man. Like I said, so many great writers, so many great artists, so many great stories, so many great characters. Um, Really happy with Donny Cates in particular because he's creating a lot of new characters, and with new characters, you get a lot of first appearances and those things. I'm always loving the first appearances and origins and number ones and those kind of keys and stuff like that. So the current state of the game is great. Make sure you stay tuned for our next episode of Comic Book Convo with my man John B. Like I said, all my best to all my supporters. Love each one of you, every one of you guys. Thank you for your support, and like I said, all my best. Each one, teach one, tell your friends about me, and y'all keep hunting them down. All right, let's move the mirror out the way. Pick this up when you can. Like I said, this is a hot one. Pick it up. I'm gonna go grab another one tomorrow. So yeah, y'all stay hunting them down, okay? Peace. In